What's up, everybody? Carpo here again to talk about some random stuff. So I'm going to load a bowl and I'm going to smoke it. I'm going to talk about religion and atheism, again, part 2. But I won't bore you with a big long rant about both sides. But I just got done watching a video with, it was Sam Harris and I can't remember, a rabbi, some rabbi. And it was a big, long debate about religion versus atheism. And I thought it was interesting because Sam Harris is a pretty cool guy. I mean, he's very well collected. And he's an atheist, and he wrote a couple books on atheism. He wrote Letters to a Christian Nation, which I would recommend for anyone. Now, you can get it on audiobook. And that's how I listened or read it. And it's very strongly worded, but it needs to be said, and it's also kind of points the finger by saying you believe this, but this is true, and you believe this. So anyway, I've also listened to a lot of Richard Dawkins, and he's very condescending too at times, but he has some really good points. But then again, on the religious side, they're condescending too, the leaders. It's like there's this debate between them. And while I'm listening to this debate, I'm thinking to myself, where is the middle ground? Where's the guy that says, hey, it's okay to have a belief that there may be something? Or, what it is it's all or nothing for those people. And when the argument, Sam Harris is very intelligent, but when he starts arguing for atheism, he starts picking out parts of religion, like particulars, and saying, well, look at what it did during 9/11, and look what it did for all the wars in the past, and look how it's divided. And they're all great points, because I've always agreed with that. Religion is, has many, many issues with itself. The religious side will ask the atheist, well, how do you live your life without morals or without, any faith? And then Sam Harris would say, hey, well, I have faith, but it's not the same kind of faith as you. I don't believe in, a God or someone watching over me. And it goes on and on and on. And I only watched a half an hour of it. And it's like an hour and 45 minutes. But I will finish it eventually. And there are a lot of good debates, but I guess what I'm getting at is that I've looked at it from the atheist side. I've looked at all that, and I think it's interesting stuff, and it has some great points, but it's always one-sided and always towards specifically religion and picking out parts of religion. It doesn't pick at the details of the complexity of human life, and I was agnostic for years, and I told myself, I'm just going to seek what I can find and see what happens. But I wasn't afraid of who I was, and I didn't grasp any religion to try to bail me out of any situation, nor did I use atheism. And I would bash Christians for their belief and whatnot in the past when I was younger, but I've learned to just tolerate and let it go. It'll hopefully fade in its own time, only because people will see that all religions are one and the same, and as long as they're separate, then there's no room for them on this planet. As long as religion is separating itself from other religions, it does not belong here. And I don't mean to offend anyone with that. If a person's religious, that's their choice. But and everyone has a different approach to their religion. But if the majority of the people in that religion are intolerant, it has to go. However, then there's the other side of the coin, atheism, and all they're doing is picking out certain sides of religion that are extreme. But having faith in the possibility of something greater and really having a moment, a science. Why does the religious side have to argue against science, and why does science have to argue against religion? Well, science says religion is corrupting progress towards whatever end society is going for. And science says that religion says that science is corrupting values or morals. So the atheist says that he creates his own morals based on, the feelings he has, natural tendencies towards love and compassion. While the Christian relies on, say, a book or what the instructions given to them in these 10 Commandments or whatever they follow, whatever religion. And I feel like I'm stuck in the middle, as if I'm in a group, because I walk the middle road. And I feel like I'm in this group of people that is just cast aside during the fight, as if there's a battle going on between these two huge armies, and we're just kind of stuck in the middle, in the village where the battle ensues, you know, and we all have to go kind of run and hide in our little huts, because that's the visual I get when I think about my situation in society, because there are groups of people who take the middle ground approach, but they tend to be passive and not as some of them are very floaty and dreamy. I'm just gonna say it straight up, dude. I don't like the peace and love floaty bullshit. It's important to have peace and love, but you don't have to go around trying to act like you don't have emotion except for happiness. I don't like fake people. I don't like people who always have a fake smile and you can tell that it's bullshit. Now, there are good people out there, and there are good people that are happy all the time. There are genuine people, but I'm just talking about the ones, you know who I'm talking about, and that act as if, you know, we need to accept everyone. These are some of the people in the middle that say we need to just accept everyone, and you know, and they wear these flowy clothes and lots of beads and long flowy hair and everything, but they fit this stereotype, and that's fine. But then at the same time, they kind of turn a nose up to other people from the other extremes, you know, like, oh, you believe in this, oh, you believe in that, you know. Well, the truth is that your chakras need cleansing, and you know, none of this is proven. Nothing. There's no proof. Religion is not proven to be true, and science has not proven that it's the answer to our problems. And here we are, we're still searching for all these crazy answers to questions we don't even know what we're asking. And I've lived in my life with, we all have the ability to phase out the crazy realizations we have in life and to move along and just see life for what it is. I'm looking now, I see a chest, I see a box, I see a stereo. Instead of thinking, oh, where are the knobs on that stereo made? And, you know, if you think like that, you never get anything done. So the human mind has developed a way to work around that. And many atheists would say that the human brain has developed a way to create religious experiences. There is a religion center within the brain, a part that lights up when we have a religious experience. And that very center could very well be, you know, an evolutionary trait that we've developed in order to cope with the fact that we die, right? A religious center that makes us happy when we have experiences in order to keep us going as a species, because we have a conscience and because we're able to reason. But that still doesn't answer any of the questions of why nature created this change in humans, or why we've evolved at all. Atheism can't explain a goddamn thing, and neither can science. I mean, it can sit there all day. Science can prove every single biological step from the beginning of time until now, if it could do that, let's say, and it still would never be able to answer the reasoning behind why things evolve the way they do. Unless we can, science may very well be able to grasp one day that there are these invisible energies that tie everything together, that allow, let's say, bees and flowers to co-evolve, and, you know, certain sticks and creatures and lands, you know, because it's not just random mutation. Random mutation doesn't cause survival. It's not, you know, you could have millions of years of evolution before you would get a walking stick insect, or you know, a peacock or a bird of paradise, you know, some phenomenal creature. And these all evolve within their own realms and to suit their environments. They all